Hey guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Kronos AV Review Diaries. Today we're really excited to bring you quite a new product here at Kronos AV, but one that has become exceptionally popular very quickly, and that is the Eversolo A8. The A8 is one of the most recent releases from Eversolo. This is essentially an upgrade over the current DMP-A6 and A6 Master, but with some very vital changes. So one of the key elements to the A8 is the fact that this has a built-in preamplifier that gives it the advantage over the A6 or the A6 Master, as the A8 does continue to use a streamer and DAC setup, but obviously with the option of having a built-in preamp as well, which is going to give you a much wider range of options in terms of building your system. And one of the other things you may be able to notice here is it is a little bit bigger. This is what we would call a 3/4 width item, so it's going to suit a lot more racks and also incorporate into people's systems a lot easier as well. So the slightly bigger design will be down to personal preference. However, we think it looks fantastic, and as always, you still get the touchscreen, which is very useful. With the A8, you have a full analog volume control, which is great to see at its price. The one we have here is actually a very special one that Eversolo have supplied for us. You might just be able to see there, it is a see-through top on it. This lets you get a look at all the internals, the components and the build quality. So as we sort of knew already, Eversolo obviously build their products to an exceptional standard. The fact that they're willing to show off the internals just showcases that they're proud of the build quality and the way it's put together. You can see that by the reliability and the quality that you're getting for your money, really. The A8 is obviously no different. This is building upon this huge success of the A6 and A6 Master, and the new A8 has become an exceptionally popular product in a very short space of time. As I mentioned, this has the inclusion of a preamplifier, which actually goes alongside Eversolo's latest release, which is the new DMP-A8, which is a power amplifier. The new F2 power amp is very interesting. It can be used as a stereo power amp or can be monoblocked as well, and of course is the perfect companion to the new A8. So that allows you to build essentially a full system using Eversolo, but it also gives you a lot of compatibility options with incorporating it into your current system as well. Obviously, the fact that this is a 3/4 width means it also will work better in a lot more areas, and visually we find it's a really stunning product. Again, beautiful metal chassis, very well built. All the components and everything on it are very good quality, as you'd expect. It's exceptionally user friendly. It uses essentially a very similar interface to the A6 and A6 Master, so it's a very user friendly product. Even if you're maybe not as used to streaming or this type of product, it is a very simple product to use. So it's a great way to get into streaming without spending a huge amount of money. Going through just some of the features of the A8, looking at the back here, you get both an analog in and out. Those are available in both single-ended and balanced, so you have great options there. The DAC has 2 coax inputs as well as an HDMI ARC, which is great to have, as obviously if you want to use this alongside visuals such as TV or projector systems, that gives you that option to use it and gives you that really stunning sound quality. You do have 2 optical inputs as well as an USB audio in. In regards to digital output, you get a single coax and optical alongside USB again. You do again get a direct Ethernet connection at the back here, which we always recommend, as we find it gives much more stability to the system and more stability to the sound. We find anyway from our testing that the direct connections do give better sound quality. I think it's just the flow of data. It's much simpler, it's much cleaner, and we tend to find that the direct connections do give a sonic benefit, as well as just being a little bit more reliable as well, especially with much larger data files. And obviously it is again another way you can upgrade by using better quality Ethernet cables. Again, it does have an AAC, so again you have the option there to use better quality mains cables, and it gives you again another upgrade option as well. So the A8 is an exceptional product, and really, if we are going to say any negatives, it's very hard to find one. At around £1,900, it's very hard to find a product out there that can compete. And as I say, there's really nothing to say against it. It looks fantastic. It's very easy to use. Sonically, this is very good. Same as the A6 and A6 Master. Very natural, very musical, and very well controlled. And it has this really nice three-dimensionality to it. It really brings out the instruments and the vocals in a lot of recordings. It does have a very good sound stage as well. It fills a room effortlessly, and just really lets you sit back and enjoy it. It's not a fatiguing sound. It's not a sound that's trying to impress you, for use of a better word. It's just representing the music the way it should be, and anyone that's heard the music live or knows the music really well will understand what I mean by that. This just brings the music out and lets you sit back and enjoy it, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. So, as I mentioned before, the A8 now can come with the F2 power amplifier in either stereo or monoblock setup. There is a 12-volt trigger out as well, so these can all be fitted together, and obviously all wired up to trigger at the same time. It gives you a great way to build a system, essentially with a just add speakers option, but also the preamplifier option here inside this, alongside the DAC and streamer, means that anyone currently with a power amplifier or even an integrated with a pre-out can obviously use this, which opens it up to a lot more people. With the A6 and the A6 Master, of course, it did have a digital volume control, which could be used, of course, but it's obviously not ideal. This obviously creates a pure preamp power amp setup. So rather than just being a source like the A6 and A6 Master, this is doing a lot more and giving you more bang for your buck, essentially. So yeah, we've been hugely impressed by the A8. We think it's shown it's a hugely popular product, and we think Eversolo are just moving from strength to strength. When we first heard about this product, we were very excited, but just wondered how much of an improvement we would see over the A6 and A6 Master. But it has again really blown us away. It's done everything it's promised to do, and with the build quality, with the reliability, with technology, you're still getting femtodual clocks in this. You're still getting low noise power supplies. You're getting velvet DACs. You're getting all that very serious componentry at really a very good price when you sit down and consider what you're getting for your money. So overall, we'd give it a huge recommendation. There's lots of upgrade options here. There's lots and lots of ways you can integrate this into systems, or it's a good way to get started with a system. It really lets you step into that audiophile territory without going into crazy money, which is great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, it's a very quick overview, and if you want to get all the technical details of this product, they are all available on our website, chronosw.com. We can also do this product in 0% finance and have many other ways to pay, both in store and online. And of course, you're more than welcome in store to sit down, have a listen for yourself, to get up close and personal with the A8 and have a play. So you're always welcome. And as always, if you have any questions, please never hesitate to contact us. We're always happy to help. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon.